second look on the Zylok. Let's go. Same thing was happened to the spare was with the Zylok. Rushed, tired, sick. Time to take a look again. Incarnon, second perk. Reload from empty is gonna increase our critical damage by 2 times. Amazing. And burst headshot, increase damage by 20 seconds up 3 times. Like damage is always good, but I don't think that is better than the crit damage, or I just like this one better. It's passive. I think both of them are gonna be like forever, but just like this one more. Reload speed, accuracy, and recoil by 60%. Magazine by 12. I think all of these are really appealing. I went with reload speed, but I think I might end up switching to accuracy and reduce recoil. Because you're really gonna be missing stuff at a distance. Really. Kind of crazy. This one is better to even trigger the first one at any point, but to keep the Incarnon up as much as possible, I think this one is gonna be the best one. So yeah. Last one. This weapon was always missing critical chance. It was been missing critical chance since the beginning. The Incarnate is kind of decent. Status chance and critical chance seem really good. Status chance is actually going to the Insanes. But this weapon is probably still bugged. The radial attack is extremely inconsistent. Don't even know if multi-shot is working with this. So at the end of the day, we might end up not getting as many status chance, status procs and stuff. So going for status is kind of on a weird way right now. I would rather go with critical chance, which is what I went with the first time, and just keeping it like this. I think that a weapon like this deals large amounts of damage. It can be kind of slow depending on how you mod it. But to be honest, this type of weapon I've wanted for a long time. I've been saying on the past probably 2 to 3 live streams that I've made that I wanted something like a railgun in this game. I even wanted like a frame that would kind of root himself and pull out a large cannon or something and just blast stuff. That's what I kind of wanted. Is this like what I described? Not really, but is a step towards it. So since the railgun-ish weapons that we have in this game are nothing like it, like the Opticore, it's really lacking and stuff like that. Just to make our build. Gotta work with the criticals since we have such a nice critical. Like Cracker, Pistol Gambit. Let's put the galvanized in. Barrel diffusion, galvanized shot. With the despair, I didn't even considered making or using something like galvanized crosshairs. Could we use it with this one? It's kind of hard to say. Why? If we don't use any... How can I even call it? Don't use any... fire rate mods. We're probably not going to be able to keep this up for a lot. The crit chance would be nice. Probably. And this is not a weapon like the... What was the one that we can't aim? That I had last week, I think. The Vasto, yeah. The Vasto you cannot aim. This one you probably can. This could be an option. This is an option. Other than that, I'm gonna put Lethal Torrent now. I like to have a Bane, like always. Always like to have a Bane. I've even made a build for hemorrhage, which I actually think it worked super fine. What else to think? What else to put in here? I have a lot of form on this, but not even sure if anything is ideal. So speed, critical damage. Even my Riven has a bunch of base damage, so that's good. Okay. Now the elements you're gonna put, really up to you. I think we could start with heat again, or no? Maybe. We could get some nasty heat procs with this. Scorch. It's for the arcane. Let's try flare. I said in the last video I probably wouldn't use flare for the Zylok, but let's see how it behaves. The critical chance is actually, Jesus Christ, it's actually pretty nice. Not the critical, but the status and everything going on with the normal mode is actually pretty interesting. With lethal torrent, the charging feels much better. A bunch of damage. I'm gonna wait for it to drop. Then we're gonna see how many status can we get with a single shot. 108. So I would have to spend around the 4 shots and pray for the AoE to actually hit enemies to trigger this by like full. Damage is really nice. Yeah, works. I forgot to trigger the buff. Yeah, now it's 2 times. See if it changes anything. Dude, the accuracy is so much better now. See. Yeah, around the 4 shots does it. If I already had heat, that would probably be much more crazy. Oh my god. This weapon is so... I took this weapon to level cap, if you guys watched it. Or if you guys remember it. It was a pain to do this. It was a complete pain. This would be stupidly easy now. Stupidly easy. Okay. Do one more time. It is really satisfying to see this. Getting orange crits feels so good. Even though I think the crit chance might not be that high. Let's see. 140. Pretty decent. Cascadia Flare. If you're using the weapon all the time, if your main weapon on the mission is this one, it might be worth. Actually changing my mind. It might be worth. Now, Deadhead is more passive. If you manage to hit your headshots on the mission, you're going to be maintaining this buff for much longer. Also, the increased headshot multiplier is super nice. I think I would still go... it's hard to say. Since I have base damage on my Riven, I would just keep Deadhead. Yeah. Other than this, seems pretty good. Let's do it. Corrosive. See how it goes. Viral is gonna delete everything. My whole... One of the things I was trying in the video the first time, the first video I made about this weapon, was try and get the try and get to see a number with armor stripped enemies using viral, because the value was just so high that was near to impossible. Whenever you do too much damage or it happens too quick, the numbers won't show up, and then you have no idea how much you hit for. Yeah. Pretty interesting. Switch to viral. Now we're going... I actually wanted procs here. With viral, I want more raw damage. So let's go pathogen rounds. I don't have the slot, the proper slot for this. Oh Jesus! It actually f's up the dispo. I might have to keep rolling my ribbon and get something actually useful and not that damage, critical damage is bad, but yeah, damage, critical damage. It isn't an easy trade to do. I just love when I can trade one of the mods. So then now we got a number. Not fully stacked, but it's not even counting the Deadhead. What? I said in the first video it was the leading enemies, and it is the leading enemies, but yeah, the accuracy is so much better. Could I get a number? Oh, 1 million. Oh, how real was that? I forgot to get the full. Or is it resetting somehow? I don't know. I just know that it is a ton of damage. A level cap with this would be so... Okay, now we got a number, 2 million. But the main target usually it's just deleted. Oh my god! Oh my god. Ah, this feels so good. It's unbelievable. It's really... This weapon feels so good. It feels so freaking good to have this weapon. I'm gonna have to roll this ribbon more. Definitely. Oh, and the recoil. The recoil is one of the not great things about this ribbon. Jesus Christ. In a lot of weapons, you won't even care about the recoil. On this weapon, every shot, you can feel the thing going up. It's crazy. I tried corrosive, tried viral. We could put heat. It would probably be kind of crazy. Barely fits there. I think I've tried heat before, right? On the first video, or maybe not. Just crazy, you get slash procs and the things just die. Because the first time I tried to do making a slash build for this, it was pathetic because the critical chance is not there. Without the Incarnon, the critical chance is not there. And so it sucks. Look at that. That is beautiful. It already has a heat proc. It's amazing. Look at that. I'm happy with this weapon. Even though it's inconsistent AF, you know, and all that stuff that's going on, I like it a lot. It's what I wanted for a weapon for a long time. Because usually I could make a complete different video just to talk about this, about the old loadouts and how you had to really plan back in the day. And especially if you're a player that doesn't have like stuff like Energize. Back in the day, you had to plan your loadout pretty well. How you're gonna deal with energy? So you would either take something like the Bolto with the Syndicate mod, you would take a Supra, you would take the Synod Gamma Core, you know, it's just how you would plan your loadout to fit better the what you had to do. I think that was much more significant back in the day. So if you like a beam weapon, you could have a beam weapon, but you also needed a weapon that could shoot very far. This thing just covers everything pretty much. You have area, you have some AoE, inconsistent, but there is. You have range. It's just so good. Kind of crazy to think. What else could I make? I could try. Oh my! I could try to go and make a gas build. What pistol pestilence? Could we? I think with electricity, this would be already crazy. Electricity works great in groups, and I feel it deals more damage in groups than in targets with armor than something like gas does. But gas against unarmored is just crazy. The big thing that I think is like how big are these procs that we're getting? Because we don't get a lot of them. We really don't. They're not really nothing supremely good. I shoot the ground. We get some damage. It's good. That's really not my point. I'm looking for the statuses here. Because of Encumber. Encumber is something that I've been thinking for a while now. I don't think there's any other arcane I would rather use. But Encumber could be interesting, but now we're missing on the base damage, so Hornet Strike be okay. Status chance would be nice. Go with Spiral maybe. No, Bastion. How much status am I gonna have? It's gonna be 93%. What if I get Pistol Pestilence? It's over 117. It's okay. My question is, with the secondary fire, are the procs like really that good? Because if they are, we could get some nasty procs of other elements. And I mean some really nasty procs. But it's always a chance, right? I think it would work much better with something that has like a lot of procs or a lot more status chance. I was just hoping that eventually we would get something different. Does it not work on the radial attack? It does. Gotta. So far, I don't think it's worth using Encumber so far. So I would go back to Deadhead. Let's make this a standard build with the Riven. Pelgrenier, have to keep. Hornet Strike and take away. Let's see, damage, critical damage. I wouldn't... Could trade this one, but I don't know, I just feel like I want this critical damage. But I will try to roll this later. As for... I'm gonna make this one the same thing, corrupted. Gonna leave a standard. Corrosive could be really good. Make it for corrosive. Probably won't have a big problem activating this. Gonna leave it like that. This is the hemorrhage build. This build is actually pretty nice, not gonna lie. I like it a lot when I used it on the video. We have a decent chance of triggering hemorrhage. I feel like it. I think this is a build I'm gonna keep. And yeah. I think this one I could remove. No need for... If I ever want to do something different, I just build it at the time. Make them weak. Okay. Diffusion. Yep. I think that's good. I haven't even tested this with the something primed. Let's just take a look. Take a few shots with this one. Try to prime a target, and then we're gonna wrap it around it. Kind of crazy. The only problem with this one is really getting the loading, charging up the arcane. And it's purely single target, since we're not gonna be getting the slash procs on AoE. This is definitely something I would take for a disruption. It will probably be super deadly. Oh yeah. I don't think anything stands a chance. If it is primed, nothing should survive this thing. Yeah, that is a pretty chunky slash proc considering you don't have anything on it. That's amazing, to be honest. Let's try mag just to see how this thing is working. It's probably gonna annihilate everything. And now I started thinking again. Could this potentially have interaction with punch through? I don't think they would allow this. Okay. Maybe not with this element. Or maybe again I'm trying to search for something magnificent and it's just not there. Yeah, this one is not feeling really good. Maybe it's the element. If I had something that I could deal more damage, then it would probably be better. Let's see. What if I trade builds? Use this one. I'll keep the Bane of Corrupted just because I don't care that much. Oh my god, he's dancing. It's behaving kind of weird. Oh, I think I got it. It's exploding on impact when it's touching the bubble, maybe. Is that it? Oh, no. That is not good at all. Oh my god. Yeah. Not the best Not the best. Another thing that I thought about it could be the Scourge. Do I have a build to throw? This one, I think. Yeah. Could it potentially affect it? I don't know. Affect the... Affect the radial attack and stuff. Yeah, but already ended. Oh my god. The radial attack is probably extremely inconsistent. It didn't work. I mean... That is crazy, but still. Yeah. It's good. It's good. I don't think I'm even gonna test Zada with this. It's just gonna be completely overkill. Yeah. Zylok is strong as it ever been. Amazing. For me, it's one of my favorite Incarnon weapons so far. And for secondaries, it's really, really, really close with the dual Toxicist. Yeah. That's what I think about it. It's great. If they fix the AoE, it's gonna be great. I think the two Toxicists might still be better, but it is a great weapon. Leave it a like, consider subscribing. Peace.
Till next time, friend.